I mean, this is perfection now. I mean, anyone who just uses a microwave to warm the food up, I don't know how they can sit and enjoy the food. I mean, it's so much better when you warm it up in the pan in every possible way. It keeps some moisture. It's a great word, moisture. It keeps plenty of moisture in place and it just tastes so much better. Now, a little tip, a little bit of water into your pan on top of your rice to actually break it up and soften it up a little bit more if you have cooked it in the morning. Before I present you with something special, the usual 20 grams of pumpage, 5 grams of creatine and glutamine. I always have that with my pre-workout meal, which at the moment is 125 rice, 150 chicken, a little bit of veggies, and I will put a little bit of kimchi in this as well. Fermented foods, great for digestion and gut health, and 100 grams of pineapple, which is a fantastic addition of a carbohydrate source and something that will improve the digestion furthermore. So 2 birds, 1 stone, killed. The special bit of today's video, pardon me, Caesar. Chocolate pistachio, ISO Pro, and white chocolate hazelnut, ISO Pro. Now, I'm a little bit torn between both flavors as to which one is my actual favorite. So I'm gonna have to give them a little bit of time. I've already tried both and it's a very hard call, but I think chocolate hazelnut is gonna have to take it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna give it a few more days and then you'll get the verdict on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on there. Now, if you want yours, get on tradebyjp.com. Kuba10 is the code to use. And these are absolutely fantastic. If you do find yourself having any issues with digestion from using any protein powder, it is not the whey that is to blame. It's simply the company that you're using. They're either using not good quality whey or the additives they actually add into are poor quality. With JP, I can promise you my money back guarantee, you will not have any digestive issues from this product. So if you are sensitive, I actually have clients that have IBS using this and they have no issues whatsoever. So it's absolutely fantastic. Get on that. And then to combine it, goated. The best cream of rice on the market. Triple chocolate, that one, but I do like the white chocolate. Coconut. It's coconut. Yeah, white chocolate coconut the most. So get on that, guys. Plain chicken and rice with a little bit of seasoning and a tiny bit of sauce. Tastes absolutely amazing. So that goes down a perfect treat. Actually, a funny question. My mother-in-law asked me last night. So she asked me, which part, or are you ever full? I was like, no, I'm never actually full. Especially on dieting, like we always finish our meal and we're never really truly satisfied. And I think that's something that a lot of people find extremely hard to grasp in bodybuilding. And the more you can accept it, the better you actually feel. Today's YouTube is going to be a special video. Now, those of you that know me and know what I'm about, you know my true passion is bodybuilding and all that entails. So today, I will tick off one of my big dreams that has been something I've been thinking about for many years. Especially since the day I've opened the gym. So I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I am extremely happy to share this with you today and share the news that you will see very soon. One thing I need you to understand is whatever you set out to achieve in life, it is all within your reach, but it's going to take relentless work and consistency to get there. Now, one thing I can pride myself in, I'm not the best at what I do by any means, but one thing I am extremely sure of is I am extremely passionate and consistent with anything and everything that I do. So when you've got a kind of passion, that in itself will push you into places that you probably could never even dream of. And that's exactly how I feel today. So, right guys, the main topic of today's video, I'm going to let Tom introduce himself, who is, what he does, what he does, and what we are actually doing here. So the floor is yours.
Right, yeah, I'm Tom from Nitram Gym Equipment. If you haven't heard of Nitram Gym Equipment, we've been manufacturing heavy duty gym equipment here in the UK since 1986. As of lately, we've also started doing refurbishment work. As you've probably seen on Instagram, we've done a lot of work already at UltraFlex in Rotherham. in terms of refurbishment, modifications to machines and upholstery. I come from engineering background, so originally I've worked offshore on the gas rigs as a mechanical engineer. 6 months ago the opportunity came up to buy Nitram gym equipment from the original owners who have been running it since 1986, and I saw there was massive potential to take what they've already established in terms of the heavy duty, high quality equipment and really take it somewhere. So 6 months ago I made the leap, took over Nitram, and yeah.
As you can imagine, I think a lot of equipment companies, they specialise in certain things, right? But they don't have someone that is behind the operation like Tom, who understands engineering and understands how the equipment needs to be made, not only to be extremely durable, but to last without breaking. And this is another opportunity for us to come together and create something special that I truly believe in. I know for a fact we can definitely make that happen. The topic of today's meeting, we are going into partnership to create Nitram Pro Series and Nitram refurbs as well. Now, as Tom already mentioned, he has already done a lot of refurb work, which has been outstanding. Now, the reason why I am so invested into this is because I am truly passionate about training and gym equipment. So if I have an opportunity to create gym equipment that I can use myself, and I know every single person in this world will benefit from, whether it's a professional athlete or just a regular gym goer, and be able to get on a machine, use it, and not get no pain, and get everything that they want out of it with easy setup, I am all for it. So as you can imagine, I'm extremely excited to do it, and Tom is himself as well, especially the plans that we've gone over. You know, we will share some snippets of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. But for now, you're going to get a bit of a preview on what the plans are. So
it was exactly what you touched on there. It was your passion about the equipment and your vision of what we can achieve as what sold it to me. We hadn't even discussed what my goal for the business was. You approached me as to what you thought we could achieve, and our visions just aligned from the get-go, and that's why I shook your hand there and then when we had this discussion. And I think what we're going to bring over the next 6 months and time to come is going to be somewhat different and somewhat exciting.
Definitely agree. So guys, you're going to have to get your eyes peeled. We've got something special, something extremely special brewing your way. We are going to be able to bring something to the market that nobody else has actually managed yet. And I definitely can promise that we will deliver, and we'll continue doing so, as Tom already has been. Again, if I didn't see his work, I wouldn't be so invested into not just him, but the company itself. Right guys, deal is done. So me and Tom are going to head down to the gym, and we will show you what we already do and what is to come. So strap in, we're going to take you on the ride. As we already mentioned, Nitram refurb, this is some of the work that has already been done. Now, these pieces we've had for over 4 years, and inevitable wear and tear leads to them not functioning as they should. Now, these have been taken away, not only resprayed, but all the works have been looked after and reset. So now this actually came back feeling literally brand new. So not only you will get your kit refurbished where it comes back looking like it's brand new, but more importantly for people like myself, it needs to feel like it's brand new. So Tom, what did we actually do exactly with this to make it right?
Yeah,
because it did not feel right before it went.
With all our kit, first of all, we test them and we understand from the customer how it's functioning, any issues it's got, any defects that you know need repairing. When we get it back to our workshop, we do a full strip down, take everything back to individual components, and then that goes away for powder coating in the colour of your choice. Before it gets powder coated, we shot blast it, and that strips back any of the original paint. Gives it that finish it needs to be able to achieve this kind of paint finish. If you don't shot blast it, it's never going to look as good as this.
No.
So that's an important aspect of it. And then when we come to rebuild, any components that we've identified that have worn, need replacing, nuts, bolts, bushes, we replace, and we make sure that it's working, you know, as it needs to be.
Yeah, I can definitely tell because now there's no movement in this,
yes.
and it feels perfect.
Yeah.
And obviously, I can see that obviously all the little nuts and bolts have been readjusted and actually refurbished with that. So it's definitely brought it back to life a lot more. Now, a little bit about upholstery, because this is actually a lot thicker than we had before, which feels a lot better on both of these machines.
Yep. So we've finished it off with our signature bespoke hex upholstery, which is proven to be very popular. The reason we like going for this is not just a sheet of vinyl cover that you get on a standard machine. It's quilted, so you get that extra layer of protection.
Yeah, I thought so, because when I got in this actual seated leg curl, so we'll just go off to this piece now. Now, the issue I've had with this machine is this were a little bit flimsy, and this pad wasn't quite thick enough.
Right.
Whereas now it's come back, and it feels like I've got more cushioning, so when I'm locked in, it feels like I'm even more locked in, so I can get my sets done even better. So it's definitely feeling $1 million, as they would say.
And that's something we can do. If there's a machine it's a piece that you want in your gym, but you know there's little improvements and tweaks that can be done to make it even better, you tell us what it is and we'll make it happen.
Now, this brings me on to the next piece of equipment that's been done, which I am so fucking happy about. This piece has been taken away, not just for a full refurb, but Tom actually realigned the arms of the machine, which over time, realignment needs to happen, and he definitely will have to do that with other pieces that he will refurb. Now, more importantly, the handles on this machine, I was not happy with. Any pressing motion, guys, any chest press that is good, or I would class is usable for myself and many other guys, even standard gym goers, right? You want your hand in a semi-pronated position, ideally, which will promote having the right arm path in place to protect your shoulder and improve that actual chest function. So, these handles previously, they actually faced down. So as you was pressing, because the handles face down this way, as you was pressing, your shoulder, as you go into the position, right? So, see now, this is a position that the handle is in now, right? Beforehand, it was like this. So, as you imagine, if Tom was to press right now, the amount of pressure that would be put on his shoulder joint and connective tissue around it would be immense, because he would be pressing here. So as you can imagine here, all we're putting is extra stress on the actual shoulder joint and tendon. Whereas having the arm path, which is realigned to be in this position, is going to keep his chest protected and his shoulder joint, allowing him to get a much better connection with his pec as he presses through. So, as you can see, guys, as he's pressing through now, this is going to keep him in a perfect arm path, allow me to press through and still get plenty of conversion in place as well, making this machine a perfect machine now. Now it's actually had the handles fixed. Now, this is a gem. However, Nitron Pro Series will actually bring this with huge improvements to our range. So one thing you have to understand is, guys, yes, we can improve these pieces, but a promise that we know we will deliver is that our range will cover all these bases and more, making sure that the kit is usable by any gym goer safely and accurately, and it will still have the perks of being extremely specialized for the guys that are top-end pros that pay attention to resistance profiles. And that is going to be the biggest game changer that I am so fucking excited about, because this will literally provide us with gym equipment that we need. Right, guys, so this is a snippet of what we do. Now, another service that we are happy to provide is we can actually source certain pieces of equipment for you, and Tom will be able to strip it down, make sure that it's in working order, and if you want it refurbed as well, in your colors and your branding, we can also make that happen. So that is yet another thing that we can do for you under one roof. Also, look out for some amazing accessories. Me and Tom have just had a conversation about what we can actually do to improve some of the accessories that will have you in a position that you can actually use certain pieces of equipment much more efficiently. So I know a lot of you guys have to use certain blocks and certain pads. We will make that happen, but with much improved and Nitron branded, which you know is not only going to last, but it's going to be best of the best. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and there will be much more coming from myself and Tom.